Tonight, from Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, it's Week 1 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the New England Patriots taking on the Baltimore Ravens.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us roughly midway between Boston and Providence. Everybody knows it as Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. Tonight, it's the Thursday opener for the new NFL season between the Baltimore Ravens and the New England Patriots. The wait is finally over. Brandon Gaud and Charles Davis here on the start of a new NFL season, and we kick it off with a bang on Thursday night. With fall around the corner, football is back, America, and we're underway on EA Sports. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. So now the Ravens getting ready for their first go on offense. They're led out by a former number 2 overall pick in the draft from BYU, it's Zach Wilson.
And what was really attractive about Zach Wilson coming out of college, coming out of BYU, his ability to create and make plays when many people thought they didn't exist. But what's been even better is watch him improve in the pocket, able to hit the back foot, make the right read, and the right throws.
That's to about the 28. Second down coming up. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down.
I think the reason that this play is so successful is not just the blocking at the point of attack, but how about the speed at which he takes the handoff? He's in motion already, so he's not coming from a flat start like a running back often is. He's at a full run by the time he gets the football.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. They'll set up the screen for Hall. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
And as you're game planning as a staff, you go through all the different ways you can neutralize the other guy's pass rushers. Extra linemen, leave a tight end in, bring the running backs back in to block. Or you can do this, a little simple screen pass, and it works to perfection.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. To throw is Wilson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Pats are going to take possession of the football. That right there is the inauspicious start that they were hoping to avoid, the turnover on the first possession.
I love how you use those college-bound words like that, inauspicious. Well done. I really appreciate that. But here's the thing for me. I'm just wondering if their game plan is incorrect. You know, I think they felt like they could come in and throw it around pretty well. That interception early, they may rethink how they go about attacking.
First and 10, Taylor now. And he'll bring this one inside the 35. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Throw left side, complete to Cup. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Back to throw now on first down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. A first red zone opportunity the new year here as they come up now 1st and 10. Again, it's Taylor. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some.
Touchdown, Patriots! Kadarius Toney, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Pats are on the board here first in the season opener. A nice connection there, finding his target, and that'll put 6 up on the board.
Just like they drew it up in their playbook and reiterated it on the sidelines, right? Perfect route, a good throw, and the defense, they had no answer for that right there.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. That time a 6-play drive. And it's Kadarius Toney who caps things with a touchdown reception. The kicking unit out for the Patriots as they send this one away. Taken at the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Baltimore set to take over here for their second possession of the game. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game. And that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd and 11 now. Wilson. And it's incomplete.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There was a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 30 yards there, and of course the first down as well. That's a heck of a way to convert on 3rd and long, and he showed a lot of trust in his receiver.
And that trust was justified because he went up and got the football and converted on a down. You shouldn't. 3rd and long like that, that's supposed to be an incompletion at the least.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Hall on a give up the middle. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw complete to Dotson. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. Throwing is Wilson. Going right back to Dotson. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. The first carry now. This is Williams. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. They'll run with Hall. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down. Give him the 3rd down conversion. 5 yards on the play. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Here's Wilson to throw. And the screen unsuccessfully dropped it. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now it's Wilson. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Tucker's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
So back onto the field come the Pats for their second drive. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 40 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurtling through them.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. That'll be caught. It's Tony. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Another first down there as this one goes for 25.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 down at the 33. They'll drop to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. From the gun, it's Taylor.
And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Tackle made there by Myles Garrett.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
2nd and 9 now. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. Cooper Kupp with career touchdown number 70 as his guys are able to extend their lead.
So a good start to the campaign so far for them here in week 1.
Yeah, all the things that you dreamed about in April and May and that you worked on in July and August, getting ready for this game, it's all coming together so far.
Extra point attempt to follow here. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. 5 plays there on that drive.
And it ends with Cooper Kupp on the receiving end of the touchdown pass.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10.
Here we go. 16 out double time. Even. 4 down. Even.
Wilson. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll bring up 2nd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Down. 10 Tucson. Check 45 to Mike. I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over.
They go play action now. Wilson. Quick hitter here. It's complete. Just a gain of a couple there. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3.
It's just me and you. 45.
On 3rd down, here's Hall. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
16 yards on that one at a Raven first.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Set. 70 in. 45. All day, baby. All day. 45.
Now Wilson on 1st down.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
Complete, it's Dotson.
And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there. 52 yards.
And the Ravens have cut it back within a score.
As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Justin Tucker for the extra point. And he's got it. That cuts the lead. It's now 14-10. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. And it's capped off with a Ravens touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
This taken in at the goal line. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Here we go.
Here comes Jonathan Taylor and his teammates.
He's been effective so far, over the 40-yard mark here in the 2nd quarter. Don't forget about those guys up front, though. They've been effective, too.
The leverage game has been in their favor. They've been the ones who've been able to bend their knees, drop their hips, and get a little bit lower than the guys on the other side of the football, and they've moved them out of the way for the runner.
Sometimes that's tough for those big fellas.
Not an easy thing for them to do.
47 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
Second down, another run with Taylor. And the defense closes quickly there. He'll get maybe a yard to the 33. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Open man right side is Cup, complete. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
Jake Bailey on now to punt here on 4th down. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. A little bit of flip the script. Quarter 1, they struggled. Quarter 2 here, they put things together. And I guess sometimes, Charles, you just come out and you have to get your feet underneath you in a ball game, right?
That's exactly right, because every now and then, you don't come out of the gate as fast or as strong as you want to. Sometimes you have to ramp up into it or take a few hits along the way and figure it out. And that's what they've done so far. Slow start, but now they're starting to put it together.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Watch the pass. Watch the pass. 45.
Now it's Wilson.
Check.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Wilson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Straight ahead is Hall. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. Give him 7 yards on the carry, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 27-yard line. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Ready. 30 pace. Let's go. Come on. Let's go.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Come on, set. 15 Lonnie.
To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4.
Everyone got 4 down.
Throwing again here. Wilson. Over the middle, it's complete. And he will have a Ravens first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3.
Oftentimes we think of those tough yards as grinding yards that a running back has to pick up. How about the tight end there picking up the first down in that situation?
That's what he's there for, right?
Big fella, get it to him. Let him fight off some people and pick up the necessary yardage.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Now Wilson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. A great play there. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend.
And the Ravens will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
CD for them, this has just been an offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the 1st quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the 2nd. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Tucker with the extra point. And it's now 17-14. That time a 9-play drive. And it's capped off by the Baltimore score. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
This fielded right at the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Patriots with the football here late in this first half. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He'll get this one to Cup, complete. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Over the middle, complete. That's Taylor. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now back to throw.
And that'll be caught by Tony.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. They'll look to throw again.
Right back to Tony. He's got another one.
And they move this all the way down to the 9. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Again, he'll drop to throw. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI. And since the penalty occurred in the end zone, move the ball to the 1-yard line.
1st and goal from the 1-yard line. Costly penalty.
And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Patriots have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money, in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
Now for the point after. It's up and good to make it 21-17. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it's finished off by a Pats touchdown.
Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. Taken in at the 3. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. So we have reached halftime here in the Thursday night opener. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, good to get another season underway. We'll get back to you guys for the second half of the season opener. But first, let's take a look at what's still to come here in the opening weekend of the NFL season. The best of the early games on Sunday may just be in Buffalo, where the Bills face a big test, as they'll have to contend with the visiting Pittsburgh Steelers. Then more good stuff to follow later in the afternoon. One good one being under the dome in New Orleans, where it'll be the Saints taking on the Miami Dolphins. And lastly, on Monday Night Football, this will be one to tune in for, as they've got a good one lined up between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Houston Texans. Meanwhile, in our game, no shortage of offense as each team has been able to move the ball effectively. Will the defenses show up in the second half? To find out, we give it back to our commentators, Brandon Cotton and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. The Patriots taking over to start quarter number 3. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well. And most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went into the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. They'll look to throw. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Back to throw here. Now that'll be caught by Cup.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. On second down, it's Taylor.
And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They go to the ground again with Taylor.
To about the 26 here.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
They'll try the left side with Taylor.
Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. He'll drop to throw.
Man open, it's Tony. He's got it. And he will have a Patriots first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6.
That's not the first time they've looked his way when they've needed a big play. He's been the go-to guy all game long. And they get the hook up again on 3rd down to keep this drive alive.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. To the right side, this is Taylor.
And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
Hey, check Mike 21.
They're going to look to throw.
Connecting with Kupp here on the out route. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On third down, he'll drop to throw. And he fires one, but incomplete. The Patriots will bring on the field goal unit. From the left hash, just a 32-yard attempt. And his kick is right there. It's good, and they will open their lead up to a touchdown at 24-17. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter. On first down, Wilson. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Here's Wilson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That'll give him 60 yards receiving now as he's got a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
That's right, baby. They don't want it. 45's the mic. Hey, pick your game up.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. Wilson. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 43. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. An excellent run there coming from out wide.
And we used to consider these jet sweeps to be gadget plays or something a little bit unusual, right? But now most teams have some version of this play in their playbook. And I think it's a lot because of the receivers that are being developed nowadays. These guys look like running backs, even though they're playing out on the perimeter.
Out of the gun, they run it with Hall. He'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Hall again on 2nd down. And he'll get a couple here down to the 22.
But you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Here's Hall again. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. A handoff for Hall. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. 63 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed, and he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Javonte Williams taking it in from a yard out. And the Ravens have a chance to tie the ball game here in the final minute of the third. Well, nothing fancy there, Charles. You had 3 tight ends on the field. They were going to run the football. The defense knew it, but the defense couldn't stop them.
And I haven't met an offensive line yet that doesn't get more satisfaction out of running the football into the end zone than pass protecting. They had determination on their side, and they got it done.
Tucker now to add the point after. And that will tie our game here in the third quarter. A 10-play drive that time. And it was capped off by a Javonte Williams touchdown. So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Another go-around now for the Patriot offense. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10.
Ready? There, right? 52's the mic. You better bring it. You better bring it. I'm letting you know right now, you better bring it.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Hey, we got 3 down.
A give for Taylor running right side. Shoves him aside. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. That'll be a New England 1st down, a gain of 12.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Got a man. It's Tyquan Thornton. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the third quarter. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Looking to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jamin Davis. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the fourth quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Majors used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
Running left, it's Hall. It's Logan Wilson there to bring him down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now Wilson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. Looking to throw. Wilson. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Tucker's kick is good. And they have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter.
So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
New England trying to get to place on offense. And they really need to forget about their last time out, the turnover that led to a field goal. So now they try to regroup, trailing in the final quarter. Obviously, they'd love a touchdown, but 3 would suffice.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. He'll look to throw.
Throw finding Thornton over the middle.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Running straight ahead, Taylor. And he'll be taken down at about the 45.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll look to throw here. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd.
So a great play there for this highly regarded linebacker, making his first career sack.
And his versatility on display right there. Look, we've known him primarily as a tackler and a cover man, but he can go get the quarterback when the situation calls for it, as he just did right there.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he gets this only to the 41, not near enough for the first. So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Brandon, a good idea there on 3rd down. Run a little clear out and hope you can get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played defensively, and they stop him well short.
The Patriots send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
Now Wilson down around his goal line. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
On 2nd down, a run with Hall.
And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back, tell him to take care of the ball, and try and move forward.
And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
And now they have a little more space to maneuver from the 15, 1st and 10.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. To throw is Wilson. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide. And these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson.
This pass hauled in by Dotson.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. So 8 yards on the completion there, and they'll be left with 2nd and a couple. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
On 1st down, right back to Hall.
And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Option play, here's Hall.
Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Wilson to throw. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete, certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. A 3rd down, he tried to stay in bounds, did all he could. He caught it, but was led a little bit too far.
Yeah, and that's always difficult, isn't it? Because you know half of your body is trying to stay behind while the other half is reaching out, trying to catch the football. The top half worked. It was the bottom half that was in question.
Tucker's kick is good. And that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6.
Well, I don't know if you ever go into a game expecting to attempt a kick of 62 yards. Charles, not only attempt it, but make it one of the longest kicks that we've ever seen.
Yeah, I'm not sure you ever go into a game expecting to kick one of this distance, but all the better kickers, they do dream of it. And they show what they can do in practice and convince their coaches to give them a chance. That one surely paid off.
So the Patriots now down on the scoreboard. A little over a minute and a half remaining. This is only week 1 of the season, folks. Get strapped in as they come up here 1st and 10.
A carry by Taylor to start the drive.
Takes this up just short of the 30, but he was able to avoid that earlier tackle. Nice move. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
On 3rd down, here's Taylor.
And the stiff arm proved fruitful for a second, but the daylight quickly snuffed down. Got to be careful here. They need to move quickly, but it's also 4th. Man open, it's Cup. He's got it. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49.
Don't do us like that.
Charles, they're trying to protect this lead late. Those are the types of mistakes they could afford to go without.
About the last thing you want to give them is help in completing a comeback, which is exactly what that penalty does.
Now it's 1st and 10 after a costly penalty there on 4th down. Back to throw.
That's complete to Tony. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18.
Well, partner, the season officially underway. It was great to be back with you, obviously, but the first game of the year, always a special one, and love, I know you do too, love having it on a Thursday night.
Yeah, I think it makes it special, right? It makes it so that everyone is just watching, all eyes on it on a special night like that. I think it's going to be a great season, partner. Can't wait for the next several months. We know there are going to be surprises all the way through the season, and before we know it, we'll be talking about opening up on a Thursday night again next season.
So for Baltimore, they start the season with a great win on the road here in the Thursday opener. And now they'll get the weekend off as they get a little extra time to prepare to face the Buffalo Bills. Meanwhile, for the Patriots, They go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll be on the road next week for a
Today, from MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, it's Week 1 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the New York Giants taking on the Philadelphia Eagles.
We welcome everybody to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Today, it's an early season divisional matchup in the NFC East between the Philadelphia Eagles and the New York Giants.
With my good friend Charles Davis in the booth, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and the moment has finally arrived, CD. It's time to begin a new NFL season.
Part of it.
The ball on the tee, we're set for football. And off we go from MetLife Stadium.
This one fielded at the 5. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game.
And at quarterback from the University of Oregon, it's Justin Herbert.
And he is just absolutely marvelous to watch throw a football. That's something I could do all day long, watch him throw routes versus air. But he's even more impressive when there are bodies on the field, and he's creating with big throws downfield.
Meanwhile, Herbert's throw complete there to Johnson.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
Well, partner, that's the start that you want right there. And you know he spent the entire offseason throwing hundreds, I'd probably say thousands of passes, getting ready for that moment. The first throw of the new season. He's dreamed about it, thought about it, and now it's out of the way.
1 for 1, a lot more to go.
And this will be a Giants first down as the tackle made at about the 43-yard line.
On 1st and 10, Herbert throwing middle, and it's complete. And he's tackled at the 38, but they doubled their yardage. The play started at the 19, and they gained 19.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Herbert. Johnson's got it complete.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. Options galore here, 2nd and a few inches.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. Here we go.
Up the middle with Barkley. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
A first red zone opportunity the new year here as they come up now 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Herbert.
He gets it left side to Johnson. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Herbert out to the right. He gets it to Lockett.
And the Giants are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
Now it's Herbert.
That one tipped, and it's incomplete. Well, good hands there defensively. It's 2nd down.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
Maybe the first big test of the season here on both sides. This is 3rd and goal. Oh, they go with a tight end carry. And he is in. Touchdown, New York.
Daniel Bellinger taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Giants are on the board here first in the season opener.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. And led out by the rookie. Expectations high here as he's making his first NFL start.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
But there you go, Charles, the first completed pass of his young career.
And we expect it not to be his last. Very good to get the first one out of the way, though, as he begins his career.
Come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come out here. Come get some.
Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try and run for the first with Dillon.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
You know, it was tough for them to stand on the sidelines and watch the other team take it downfield and score, wasn't it? So they knew when they got on the field, it's on them. Pick up first downs, get downfield and score. How about them picking up that 3rd and short?
I was just going to say, you and I were talking before the game, those 3rd down conversions are going to be huge in this one. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Hey. 40's the line. Squeeze.
Back to throw. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Well, the first drive here and the first time that we've called a big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter because that'll draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers will get involved as this game goes on.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 38.
Jim.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
They run once more with Dillon.
And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. They'll set up a throw.
Short little throw to Ebron. And he is going to have an Eagles first down. It won't be by much. He needed 3, and he got 3, barely. But the mark shows first down.
They brought in a heavy set on 3rd down, and that usually means running play. But we have seen them throw out of that formation. And sure enough, they snuck the tight end out on that one. Wound up hitting him for a first down.
Let's go now. Bravo 80. Coming this way. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. 40's Mike. 40's the Mike.
Dillon now on 1st and 10. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17.
It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11. When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? He brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
They run again with Dillon.
Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
Now a 2nd down and 6.
It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with 3rd down coming up. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete.
And the Eagles are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as they get the conversion there on 3rd and inches. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. A chance for their first points of the season here as it's 1st and goal. Dillon.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Ouch. Could have been a game-tying touchdown. They'll have to hold on that at least for now.
Ouch in a big way. Like ripping the Band-Aid off there. Can they let the sting subside and come back and get it done?
A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal.
Now Dillon on the inside give.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal.
Again, it'll be Dillon.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Out, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Willie Gay getting in there and picking up the sack.
That's quite a stand there defensively. A huge sack on 3rd down, and that's going to force him into a field goal attempt.
So on now the field goal team for Philadelphia. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. And this one is right through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
So the Giants getting the football back here for their second drive. And Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in week one. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
3rd and 2, Herbert. He hits his target, Lockett. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
Herbert setting up to throw on 1st down. That one tipped, and it's incomplete. Well, good hands there defensively. It's 2nd down. To throw on 2nd and 10. Herbert. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. No surprise there. Chase Young wrecks that play with a sack.
Yeah, some real defensive resistance there, saying not so fast to a good drive. They had marched to the end zone the last time out.
So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime. Here's Herbert. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
The drive starts with a carry by Dillon. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Again, it's Dillon. And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line. The offense on 3rd down, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. He's going to float this one deep right side. Oh, a leap, and he will make the catch. A big play there for Philly. And even 60 yards. Defender was right there in his shorts. Is that one of those situations as a DB where you just tip your cap and say, nice catch?
Well, you're supposed to. But a true competitor, he's not tipping his cap at all. He's upset he still didn't make the play. If it's a 50-50 ball or a moment of truth, he's got to win more than his fair share of them as well.
Probably especially angry because if it was incomplete, would have been 4th down.
Exactly.
So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's 1st down on the other side of the field. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Josh Sweat rushing in and bringing him down to the ground.
Well, that's the 2nd time he's been sacked so far in the 1st half. And if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
To the right side, this is Dillon.
And a pretty good run there as he gets 7 down to the 33.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. Fans, a reminder, coming up at this and every halftime this season, we'll be checking in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando for highlights and analysis and scores from around the NFL here in this opening weekend.
Let's put the coach to work.
And that will be incomplete. So on now the field goal team for Philadelphia. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. And no, it doesn't get there. Hits the crossbar, bounces back out. He had it on line, but it comes up about a rotation short.
And possession switching back to the New York Giants as we eke closer and closer to intermission. Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. And now he's really knocking on the door for 700. That is career catch 699. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll be 2nd down.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Herbert.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. On the draw, this is Barkley. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Sanders' kick is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3.
So a nice kick there as they add 3 to the lead.
And from what I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been the better of the two teams here in the first half. So even though you want the touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on the board.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again, 2nd and 10 from the 25. Open man completes it to Butler. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
Open man is Ayuk, complete.
1st down now, but that clock rolling. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
He's got Ayuk once again.
The Eagles hustling to the line, clock rolling. On play action, they'll throw.
And that one into the hands of Ayuk downfield. And he will have a 1st down as they're into field goal range now at the 30.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. And that's off the left upright, but it caroms right in. How about that? The kick is good. And that'll bring them back within 4. So put 3 on the board. A little bit of a hook on the driver that time. Looked a little bit like you, Charles, over on the 8th at Windermere.
You know me too well, partner, except that he got his to hit a tree and kick back into the fairway.
And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip around the NFL. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a defensive struggle. Which offense can break through in the second half? To find out, let's hand it over to our broadcast team of Brandon Gotten and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And the Eagles ready to go on offense to begin this third quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Open man, Butler complete. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And now that sets up 3rd and 2. Up the middle they run. Here's Dillon. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. 48 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy can take it the distance. But in short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. He'll drop to throw. Throw right side, going to be caught here by Waddle. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
So the drive takes them into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Back to throw here. Over the middle, it's complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. Second and 5. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Back to throw again.
And he comes back with one complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 21. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
Normally on third down and short yardage, you're thinking to throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
Running right, here's Dillon. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15.
On second down, another run for Dillon.
And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
On third down, here's Dillon.
And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
A chance for a first touchdown drive of the year. It's 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. On 2nd and goal, they'll give it to him again. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Jalen Waddle
from 3 yards out.
And the Eagles have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Well, with this rookie QB, we talk a lot about his ball placement and how good he can be at laying it right in there. I think we just saw, Charles, though, the strength of that arm. That was an absolute rifle for the completed touchdown.
It absolutely was, and let's face it, you think he was really ready to get that first touchdown? Absolutely. He threw that pass with authority, just as you described. Big-time arm right there, and let's face it, a lot of quarterbacks used to be pitchers in baseball. The fastball was usually their best pitch, and we saw it there.
The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away.
Taken in at the 3. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
Here's the Giants offense now getting set to start the 3rd quarter.
And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Herbert now.
Again, it's Johnson.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Consecutive catches for him. That good for 11. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Johnson.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42.
Herbert on 1st down now.
And the catch made by Johnson.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. To throw again on second down. Herbert. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. So pass interference, the call there. Always, obviously, Charles, such a subjective call. You agree with the penalty?
Well, from where we're standing right now, I think the officials are tightening things up here in the second half. Maybe a defender gets away with that in the first, but this time the flag comes out, and I think it's a good call.
56, Mike, 56 right now.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And that is caught. He's got it for a giant touchdown. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Giants have retaken a third-quarter lead. So a very strong first drive in the second half, Charles, as they've turned that halftime deficit into a third-quarter lead.
And they were pretty purposeful there, weren't they? Measured in their approach. But, boy, they executed awfully well moving the ball down the field.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that will make this a 4-point game. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it was polished off by a Giants touchdown. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. They had gotten the lead with the opening drive touchdown in the third quarter. Now they relinquished that lead back. Could be in for an interesting second half.
It certainly appears that way, doesn't it? Almost turning into one of those pendulum games, right? Where it swings back and forth, and who's going to make the play that changes that maybe it puts it on one side and keeps it there.
I'm coming after you.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's going to be caught by Waddle. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Right about 20 yards on the pickup. Officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19. Running up the middle, here's Dillon. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Dillon up the middle. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. Now this throw caught left side, and he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it, letting one go deep for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Hall. And the Giants are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. When the rookie QB gets his first touchdown pass, that's one you put in the trophy case. First career interception, that's going to be one he wants to forget.
Yeah, and he's not going to go ask for the football, right? No. Yeah, you can keep that one. The key for him, what does he learn from it? When he watches the tape, does he have an answer right now where he already understands what mistake he made? That's what the coaches are going to want to know, and that's what they'll grill him on and see how he grows.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Back to throw here, Herbert. And this will be caught by his big wide receiver. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
17 yards and a giant first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Like 10, like 10. Man, I got you. Man, I got you.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. Running again with Barkley on second down. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine.
Hey, 25's the mic. We're going 25's the mic.
They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. Fourth down.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
And the Giants send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. Taking it about the 16. And just a 30-yard punt that time. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10.
The Eagles just about set to go to work on offense. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth-quarter lead.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
This will be caught. It's Waddle.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't they?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. They've got to go thank the guys on D.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Here's the big man Dillon with it. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They'll look to throw here. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. A nice completion there for the first down. And, Charles, you think about the quarterbacks of recent vintage that have been thrust into action week 1. It's no guarantee of future success, but we sure have seen some good ones.
We certainly have, partner. How about Joe Burrow with the Bengals in 2020? He was excellent. Kyler Murray with the Cardinals. The best part about his game, has his team right on the brink of the...
Touchdown, Philadelphia! Eric Ebron. 35 yards.
And the Eagles have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter.
Those are the types of plays in these moments they were hoping for from this young rookie, able to put him up here in the 4th quarter.
How about the kid? You just mentioned it, the 4th quarter. This is when you have to make those winning plays. That's what he just did. Doesn't ensure anything, but he certainly gave his team a heck of a chance, didn't he?
Extra point splits the uprights, and that gives them a 3-point lead. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. And it was capped off by an Eagles touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the fourth quarter. On first down, Justin Herbert. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. Now whistles and a stoppage here. Looks like one of the Eagles is in some discomfort out there. Boy, you always hate to see injuries, especially tough here in week one. Just hoping this is nothing serious. We'll take a quick timeout. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Herbert. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Herbert got his man complete over the middle. That's Johnson. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 43. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. 1st down, and he gets out of bounds.
Yeah, you have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
On 1st down, it's Herbert. It's complete to Lockett. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. It'll be a gain of 16 for number 16. Points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. They've got a 1st down in field goal range already. Looking middle, and that's complete. Now Herbert got to get him to the line in a hurry. Herbert. He's got it. Touchdown, Giants. From 4 yards out. And the Giants answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free. And his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
They get one more as the extra point's up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So now the Eagles down 24-20, and time a huge factor. This is only week 1 of the season, folks. Get strapped in as they come up here 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. He's got to complete to Waddle. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Well, certainly those are the types of mistakes they're trying to avoid as they attempt to protect this lead late in the game.
And let's face it, they're hoping that this one doesn't cost them in a significant way. Yeah, one guy committed a penalty, but now the entire defense has to pay the price and try and rise up and overcome it.
Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Eagles hustling to the line, clock rolling. Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. A leap in. He's got it. He got it. 1st down now, but that clock rolling.
He'll look to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. He's back to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute.
What an outstanding drive right there to take the lead. And also, Charles, didn't leave their opposition with a whole lot of time on the clock.
Yeah, I like the way that you're viewing this because they did a tremendous job to put themselves in a position to win, but they can't celebrate just yet. They've got to clamp down on any big plays and force them to use up those timeouts without making any headway.
Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. Just a 4-play drive that time.
And it was Brandon Ayuk capping it off with a touchdown reception. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
So now all eyes shift to the Giants, trailing by a field goal. 25 seconds remaining. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down.
Check, 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 check. Check, check, check. Hey, 25 to Mike.
Herbert going to throw. Connecting with Johnson. And he will get to the sideline here, but that a minimal gain at best. 3 yards, possibly 4.
Go, 25 to Mike. Here we go, here we go. Hey, 25 to Mike.
Now Herbert.
I want that. Give me that ball, defense.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Herbert.
And he's got his big wide receiver complete. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. 4th down for Herbert. Desperation time. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. And now they get the timeout call. So they got one of the big plays that they needed. Can they do it again? Don't change that dial. This for all the marbles. And this is incomplete. So no miracles here on the final play. And this ball game is over.
Well, this was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division game here in week 1. And to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward for the rest of the season.
Yeah, let's pile it all into one game, right? Opening the season, and you open within the division. You knew the motivation was going to be there on both sidelines. One just executed better and earned the win.
So for Philadelphia, it wasn't always pretty, but they do eke out the week 1 victory here by a field goal. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they obviously fall to 0-1 with
Today, from Nissan Stadium in Nashville, Tennessee, it's Week 1 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Tennessee Titans taking on the LA Chargers.
Being located in the Music City, this building has hosted a lot of great music acts since its inception, but this is what she was made for, NFL football, and that's what we have today in Nashville at Nissan Stadium. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Tennessee Titans. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, there's nothing quite like it. That feeling of beginning another NFL season. And these two squads, they're going to do just that in a moment.
And what makes it so exciting.
Charles and I have been looking forward to this one all week. And off we go from Nashville. Taking it about the 1. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. So here are the Titans now for their first drive. They'll be led out by the former Mississippi State product, the mobile quarterback, Dak Prescott.
It's been a lot of fun watching him advance in his career. Many people question his ability to throw the football coming out of Mississippi State. He's conclusively answered that question. In addition, a very strong runner and an even better leader.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain. So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Now Prescott. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. The 20. Touchdown, Titans. Juju Smith-Schuster. 75 yards. And the Titans are on the board here first in the season opener. We thought they may be a quick strike offense this season. That is lightning quick. Not bad for the first drive of the year.
That has to actually exceed expectations, doesn't it? Because most teams want to be a quick strike offense. They want to score as quickly as possible and run a defense into submission. What they have to understand is, while they got it done there, long way to go. Don't get discouraged if you have to run a few more plays on your next drive.
Extra point by Butker is on target. And that makes the score 7-0. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it's capped off by the touchdown from Juju Smith-Schuster. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So here's the Charger offense making their way out. And a look here at the veteran under center, their 7th-year quarterback.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yardage with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100+ the next. He adds an extra together.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him. They come up on 1st and 10. First carry for Austin Eckler, and he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
And that was a quality play to start in front and wing in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Let's go. Cougar 19. I'm coming for you. You mine.
Second and 6.
I'm coming after you.
That's complete to Austin Eckler, the running back.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Running on first down, Eckler.
And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up second down.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's second and 7. It's Eckler again. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Throw to St. Brown, complete on the left side. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely, as one of the better coaches in the league always tells me. On offense, I want to throw body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping in one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
There's a quick shot to his tight end.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. They go back to the ground now with Eckler. And he'll go down at the 28. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. They'll set up to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Craig. On second down, Eckler. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line.
A first red zone opportunity of the new year here as they come up now 1st and 10. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
A chance for their first points of the season here as it's 1st and goal.
They'll set up a throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Chargers. From 4 yards out.
And the Chargers respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Well, he is such a matchup nightmare down near the goal line, CD, and another example right there on that play for the touchdown.
It's borderline impossible to defend this guy because that kind of size, he can still get out and run a crisp route, and he has excellent hands. Even if you stick with him, all the quarterback has to do is lob it up, and he can win almost any jump ball.
Extra point forthcoming. And he starts his new year off on the right foot as well, as this kick is good. So that drive, 12 plays in length, and it ends with the Chargers getting into the end zone. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Titans coming back onto the field for their second drive.
Perfect start to the season on their first drive last time out, able to find the end zone. Now we'll see if they can make it 2 for 2 here in week 1.
A first down throw for Prescott. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
8 yards to go on second down.
Prescott to throw it. Catch is made by Marquise Brown.
And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On play action, Prescott. This will be caught once again by Brown. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
A really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
And he'll wind up getting this to the 32, a play that started at the 16, and that's how many yards they get. First down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. First down, Prescott. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
On second down, they'll run it here. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. These two teams all tied after one. The 22 is the line to gain here on third down. Now Prescott. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 19. And they get 10 yards there and convert on third.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. And they'll keep leaning on the running game, back to the ground. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3. On third down, it's Prescott. Steps, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down. So this defense, they gave up some yards on this drive, but bottom line, they came up with a sack when it mattered.
And we know that every down counts, but let's be honest about it. People focus on third down as a real key down in any drive, any situation. They took full advantage of third down there and made a play.
Butker's kick here is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. Well, in a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. And I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
Their quarterback in this offense heading back out to the field. He was a perfect 7 of 7 on that opening drive, the 7th being the touchdown pass. And they'll start here with a 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable third down, because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for third down. Back to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down. And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. A 40-yard punt, no return, and it'll be Titan football. Tennessee offense set to go again. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking, because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
To throw again on second down. Prescott, throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. On second down, here's a run from Haskins. 7 yards there and a first down. And now here's a carry heading left. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Prescott off play action. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Throwing on 2nd and 8, Prescott. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And the Chargers are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
The Charger defensive unit making their way back out there. Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And the drive starts with a completion left side. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Across the middle, he's got it complete to St. Brown. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Over the middle, complete. That's Craig. Now the Chargers hustling, trying to get up and get set. On play action, they'll throw. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 32-yard line.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
Here we go, D. 51 to Mike.
Back to throw again. Throwing the out route and complete. It's Craig. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first.
That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a long time, but it's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route. Moving the defenders towards the middle of the field before breaking to the sideline. What a completion there. Big-time arm strength. Very nice route.
Mike, 53. Man, I got you.
They'll look to throw again.
I got you.
Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He dumps it to Eckler underneath. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2.
53's the mic. 53.
They'll look to throw. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. And his kick is good. And that will knot us up at 10. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
35 seconds, all that remains in the first half as they come up on first down. Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Prescott. Throw left side complete. That's Brown. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
He's tight right here. He's tight on the right. Tight on the right.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. Dancing to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip around the NFL. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been as tight as we expected, all tied through one half of play. For the call of the second half, let's get it back to Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. The Chargers getting ready to go here to start this third quarter. Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the third quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one, and we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee-wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And the Titans are going to take possession of the football. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Out come the Titans now. They'll have it first on offense to start the third. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. Prescott now. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. Prescott on first down. Eluding the pressure right. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. 2nd and 6. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4. A field goal would get him the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Prescott. This will be caught just inside the 10. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And that could be one of those turning point plays in a ball game. A field goal gets you the lead here, but they want to make a statement and get 6 points. And they're certainly going to give that opportunity as they get the conversion and set up first and goal.
Here's Prescott. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. A great effort there with his first career touchdown in his first career game, as his guys have now moved out in front.
So this game tied at the half, but we are tied no more. A touchdown there on the opening sequence of this third quarter.
And what a great drive put together by their offensive coordinator. He had a plan, and they executed it almost to perfection, coming right out of the locker room. Now they're feeling good about their chances here in the second half.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And that makes it a 17-10 score. So that drive goes 8 plays, and it ends with a Tennessee score. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know, they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
They go play action here on first down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Again, he'll drop to throw.
And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Man open, it's St. Brown. He's got it.
And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Up the middle with Eckler. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
2nd down and 3.
Looking to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. 3rd catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a first down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Eckler now between the tackles. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And that's exactly what you're looking for at the inside linebacker spot. Versatility. He can drop into coverage, or as he did on that last play, use his speed to get to the perimeter and knock the ball carrier for a loss.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Back to throw here. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Schultz. And he'll be brought down at the 27. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. And his kick is indeed good. And that will cut this lead back down to 4 now. It's 17-13. So the response to that touchdown on the other side to begin the 3rd quarter. Look, just 3 points, but still a response nonetheless.
You're exactly right about that, because I think you needed to answer back with something, even though it's not 6. Just enough to send the message that says, hey, we're not going away.
The Titans offense now, they get set to head back out here. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Throwing, Prescott. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. He'll take it past the 40 to the 41, 2nd down.
18's the mic. All right. Let's go, B, let's go.
From the 41, Prescott. That's complete to Traylon Burks. And they're going to get this up to midfield. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Let's go.
3rd and short yardage. Prescott. Open man. Smith-Schuster. It's complete. And he will have a Titans 1st down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
Play action now, Prescott.
Hey, we got a seal.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone.
But, gotta get the point. Get on the point right here.
Prescott looks to throw on 1st. Over the middle here to Brown. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. How about this? They'll try the option, left side. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. The ball on the 8 still could get a 1st down technically. 2nd and 7. To throw is Prescott. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 7.
And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott.
And the Titans are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their fourth quarter lead.
No surprise there. 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah. Big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover.
And now remember, all touchdowns are reviewed. And in a tight game like this, they're going to take a good long look at it. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So take away the touchdown there, as that's going to be ruled an incomplete pass.
Butker's kick here is good. And that'll make this a 7-point game. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
L.A. readies for its next possession.
And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. He'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Schultz. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. On is the Chargers punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Juju Smith-Schuster and the rest of this offense heading back out there. They might want to mix something up defensively because he's been shredding them a bit, hasn't he?
That he has, and even with all the changes that you know are going on the defensive side of the ball, he's still finding ways to get open, finding the right spots, and the delivery's been pretty good too.
He's over 100 yards, has the 1 touchdown score to this point.
From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go.
4th quarter, down to the the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They're facing a critical third down now as they try to hold on to this lead. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And they'll indeed take a knee. 2nd and 11.
We got three, fellas. Hey, switch gears.
Now they try the right side here. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. And here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on third down. Prescott, he goes down to a knee, and that should just about do it. And just how they envision the start of the season, kneeling it down, defense can't stop the clock. This one's a winner.
You know, it's really strange. I think a lot of people think that the kneel-down practice stuff really only happens like one time a week. The best teams I know, they practice starting back in OTAs. They want them to visualize winning a game and how great that feels, and they got it done in this one.
Yep, a knee gets them to 1-0. Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record, but everyone's going to have to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between Week 1 and Week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.
Today, from the Caesars Superdome in New Orleans, it's Week 1 of the NFL on EA Sports. it's the New Orleans Saints taking on the Miami Dolphins.
The first opened back in 1975. There's a look inside the iconic Caesars Superdome in downtown New Orleans.
Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season between the Miami Dolphins and the New Orleans Saints.
With my good friend Charles Davis in the booth, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and the moment has finally arrived, CD. It's time to begin a new NFL season.
Partner, there's no hiding my excitement.
Here's the punter, Rigoberto Sanchez, on to get us started. And we are underway from the Superdome.
Fielded just outside the goal line and able to get this out to the 25.
So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. At a glance here at their quarterback, standing 6'3".
All right, partner, a brand new season. With it comes a sense of unbridled optimism for every team and, of course, every quarterback. It's a blank slate for every passer in this league, and he really couldn't hide his excitement during interviews this week. He thinks this offense is stacked. They've spent the entire offseason making adjustments and trying to find another gear. And as this season begins, they believe they found it. You watch him warm up, everything is crisp, moving with great speed. This is an offense that can't wait to get to the first series of the new year.
Well, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think his big boys up front, that offensive line, they've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this.
Here comes the blitz as they look to throw. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he'll get this up to about the 40.
Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. Miles Sanders, first carry of the game.
And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
We knew both of these safeties were good in run support, but how about the play we just saw there? How about that closing speed? Able to get to the outside part of the field and turn that play into a loss.
And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. They're going to look to throw. It's complete to Parker, left side.
And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
When the hitch route is run really well, that jab step off the line of scrimmage by the receiver, which is designed to back up the defender and give him a little bit of space, all you want there, get that space, catch the football, and then make a move and pick up extra yardage, and that's exactly what he got done there.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A good pickup there, 26 yards. This is shaping up to be a really nice-looking drive to get the season underway here.
And how long do you think that they actually have been plotting this drive? I'm talking about the coaching staff, right? They've been thinking about this for a while now, and I think they're executing it even better than what they expected.
And they're knocking on the door now as a good run there are going to take this to about the 10-yard line.
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
First and goal, a good chance for our first touchdown of the new season. They'll run with Sanders. And he's going to bull his way down to about the 1-yard line. Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on second and goal? Now he'll try to run with this. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. It's their quarterback, keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Dolphins are on the board here first in the season opener. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the fourth quarter. That's when the knockout occurs.
And it becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives. Extra point by York is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their signal caller in his second year in the NFL now.
If you ask coaches at any level to design their ideal leader of a team, I think they're going to check every box with this guy. He's got the poise to handle responsibility. He stays calm under any kind of pressure, and he brings out the best of his teammates each and every week.
They start the drive with Cook. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It'll be a Saints first down on a gain of 16 yards.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps. He cuts towards the middle of the field, and now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Back to throw now on first down. That's caught by the 6'8" tight end, Zach Gentry. Second and 3. That'll be complete to Cook.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get it out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
They give him 7 yards on the play, and they do pick up the conversion on third down.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big third down pickup to keep their drive alive.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 49-yard line. Here's Cook again. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's got a man, complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A gain there of 30 big ones.
Well, partner, that's how you make a long drive suddenly not so long anymore. One big play, and they're already in field goal range with designs on getting more than that.
A first red zone opportunity of the new year here as they come up now 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Now back to throw.
Check 41. Watch the run. Watch the run.
And they finally get to him as he's taken down.
Buried behind the line by Christian Wilkins.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. They'll look to throw here.
Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
They'll set up a throw. And this one complete to Smith. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds.
Seibert's kick is good.
And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. The football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage, while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
Here's 2nd and 8. This one caught by his tight end, Andrews.
Oh, man. Can't do that.
So a decent gain there on the play, but that all gets wiped out with a penalty.
Well, that's a setback, but all the good play callers, they just move on. They find something else in the playbook that can attack this defense, and they go right back on the offensive on this play.
And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. He'll drop to throw.
That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end.
And he is stopped just short on 3rd down. Got 9 yards, but needed 10.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon.
And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt.
And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10.
New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their 2nd drive. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around. 1st and 10. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. He'll get this up to about the 44. Here's a 2nd and 7. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And this is Cook with a grab.
And he is going to have a Saints 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. Nice pickup for a 1st down.
Here we go. 70 Lions. Hey,
First down, here's the run with Cook. Even with the good footwork, he'll be stopped just inside the 35-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they've bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. The defense was ready for the run-pass option, diagnosed it perfectly.
Not only did they stack him up at the point of attack, but he was met by a host of light-colored jerseys.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. They'll set up to throw. He finds his tight end, Gentry. Touchdown, New Orleans. Zach Gentry, 38 yards.
And the Saints have moved out in front.
Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his 2nd season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and the lead is now 10-7. A drive that time of 6 plays, and it all culminates in a Saints touchdown.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field.
Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone.
On play action, they'll throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
Now we're going to get another look at this one. Dennis Allen not happy, so he has thrown the challenge flag. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass.
They'll drop to throw. He's got his man. It's Andrews. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Back to throw. And throw right side complete to Parker.
Working with a 2nd and 3.
Up the middle they go with Sanders. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. He came out ready to play. That's 3 tackles for a loss, Charles. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And that's problematic for the guys trying to run offense because that means he's got a pretty good idea of what they're doing and is actually beating them to the point of attack and making those plays. You might have to think about some misdirection or something to try and get him away from the ball.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line. In their locker room, they've got a sign that says defense wins championships. And, Charles, they pointed to that this week, said that has to be us. Looking good early.
I like how you saw that because of the bold letters, right? You saw the emphasis that they place on that and what they believe in. And for them, it's every single snap. So it's not just a matter of getting to the quarterback and knocking the ball free. They're trying to read when that ball's going to come free. As soon as those hands separate to throw the ball, they want to be there and have a chance to knock it out.
Cook up the gut. He will push his way down to about the 14. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
They run it again with Cook. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Over the middle, it's complete.
And the Saints are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Well, they've certainly gotten him involved in this first half, and on 3rd down, they looked his way again. And what a delight for his quarterback to find him and keep the drive moving.
They'll run with Cook. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll be 2nd and goal. They're going to go with a tight end here on the running play. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Calling a gain of 2 as they're knocking on the door now. 3rd and goal.
A lot can go wrong when you call a play like this down in the red zone, but that's where you appreciate this from your head coach. He's not afraid to trust his guys to do the right thing, and as a player, that means an awful lot.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
They'll run for it with Cook. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Dalvin Cook
with career touchdown number 75. And they are able to add on to their advantage.
So the 2nd down run didn't work. They run it again on 3rd down and get in. I wasn't sure if they might pass it, Charles. We know that they like to mix it up down here around the goal line.
Yeah, almost felt like the offensive line said, forget mixing it up. Let's call our favorite running play over our best blockers, and let's get this one in.
Seibert on for the PAT. It's good to make it 17-7. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it's capped off by the touchdown run coming from Dalvin Cook.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Taken at the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Miami set to take over. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
1st down now, but that clock rolling. Now he dumps this off over the middle. It'll be a gain of 5, and that will bring up 2nd down. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. 2nd and 5. Looking middle, and that's complete. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 44-yard line. Back to throw again. Throw right side is complete to Andrews, his tight end. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
He's going to drop this down to Sanders. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
They'll look to throw again.
And once again, this is Sanders.
So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And it'll be 4th down. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. This officially a 55-yard attempt.
And now the half not quite over yet. This is a live football on the miss.
So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip around the NFL. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. So already not the best to kick returns there, but that penalty, that adds insult to injury and backs him up even closer to the goal line.
Yeah, not ideal field position to begin a drive, is it? Because the extra pressure now goes on the offense. They've got to get some early yards and get away from the shadow of their own goalposts. What every offense wants to do in this situation, get 2 first downs to help out with field position at the least. And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
They'll look to throw now on first down.
Open man here is Gentry.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll make it second down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, no.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Zach Cunningham with a pick.
And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football.
That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind, and we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It's a second down run with Sanders. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete.
And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the 1st.
The screen good for 6, but it's not enough as it leads to a 4th down.
And that doesn't have to gain big yardage to be an impactful play, because if you can get those pass rushers second-guessing themselves that they might get hit with a screen, maybe you can wind up slowing them down just a step. And if you do that, that's a win for that play.
Back to throw here.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Saints are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. Well, I mean, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
Out is the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. On the move to his left. Airing it out deep for Smith. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away.
And we'll see what he can do on the return.
A nice return that time. Gets 12 yards back.
And it'll be Dolphin football.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. A big mistake last time they were on the field, tossing that interception inside the red zone and really taking away what had been a pretty successful drive up to that point.
Yeah, and I don't think there's any question about it. As they head out on the field for this drive, that whole offensive unit is just thinking redemption. You know, they moved it really well, didn't pay it off. This time, they want to make sure that ball ends up in the end zone, and they're the ones possessing it.
An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a motion for the game. The other team, and now you have that chance.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. He's going inside the 10. They're able to
Football you played, this one was a universal, wasn't it? When we were kids and we played touch football, remember we get in these positions and you just say, everybody go long, and hope someone would come.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
They run with Sanders off the option.
And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. 2 of their 3 red zone trips empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. The coverage good, the pressure good, leads to the sack, and it's 3rd and goal now.
When you're this close to the goal line, you've got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. He'll look to throw. Touchdown, Dolphins. Devontae Parker, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Dolphins have got it back to within a score.
That's one of those long drives where not only do you score, but you really tire out the defense, too.
That's a great point, because now they've been on the field for a long time. Them going to the bench, trying to make adjustments, trying to figure things out, but they'll do so fatigued.
York now for the extra point.
And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game.
Devontae Parker able to finish it off with a touchdown reception. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The New Orleans offense set to take over. Still enjoying the lead here in the 3rd quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
2nd down, they go right back to Cook. And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
They'll look to throw.
Got an open man finding Jefferson. And he is going to have a Saint.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield.
Launches deep. A jump ball, and this is caught.
39 yards there, a big one.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. They'll try the middle with Cook. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Looking to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. An 11-yard touchdown.
And the Saints will add to their 4th quarter lead. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. But I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes, because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over.
And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And this one is incomplete.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Left side here to Sanders. And he's going to be taken down right at the line.
So that, a potential lifeline offensively. It gets them out of harm's way deep in their own end.
You nailed that one perfectly, because those are the kind of mistakes that give defense coordinators fits. They make a good play, and they let them off the hook.
So the penalty yards marched off on the face mask. Here's 1st and 10. And some room to work.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. It's another first down on what will be a gain of 21 yards.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. He'll look to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
Every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a one-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down.
Open man, that's the tight end Freiermuth.
And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it's 2nd down.
Let's just make this one simple. Could he be any more open than he was on that play?
And they lost him going to the outside.
Hard to believe, because you go through your accounting on each and every defensive snap. Who's got who, what defense you're in. That was totally a blown coverage.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. They're going to look to throw.
That's complete to his tight end, Freiermuth. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
The offense on 3rd down, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
A lot of pressure here for Cade York.
From the right hash here, should be an easy one.
York able to send this one through.
And this is back down to a 7-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big.
Oh, it's out. Smith lost it. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit, because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden, they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the fourth, a costly turnover. And this is caught. It's Parker.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the fourth. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
They'll run with Sanders up the middle. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line.
7 yards left for second down. Ball at the 10.
Another run here with Sanders. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. Oh, no, he lost the football. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I know one thing. The team that had the ball and was driving, they're going to feel horrible. But the team that was on defense, I think we got to give them a little bit of credit, able to hang in there and force a key turnover.
In the red zone, though, had a chance to tie it and an opportunity missed. The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. They get the crucial turnover, just huge, but now they've got the football deep in their own territory, and you got to be careful because if you give it right back, there goes your lead.
Have to be extremely happy with their defense. They received a gift. That takeaway, even though they're deep in their own territory, now they have the football. And you know there's always that alpha on defense, that grouchy guy. Forget what the coaches said. I'll guarantee you, he told the quarterback, we just took care of you. Now you take care of us.
That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
Well, some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. They'll try and wind down some clock with Cook.
Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. Second down. Christian Wilkins there defensively for the stop.
So it's Saints football as we get you reset. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Now this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here.
3rd down. Here's a run by Cook.
And he's got the 1st down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Up the middle, it's Cook.
And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. 2nd down.
Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Handoff comes to Cook.
64 yards on the ground for him so far.
Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. They'll run it. Here's Cook. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the 1st down, close it out.
And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this will remain a 1-touchdown game. The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. And so close to hitting pay dirt last time, fumbling down near the goal line. Now, how does that affect their psyche this time around?
It's a tester, that's for sure, because to be that close and come away with no points is really disappointing, not just for the guys on offense, but the defensive players, too, who thought, hey, we're going to put some points up and have a little momentum going. They've got to find a way to just get it out of their minds, let it go,
short-term memory,
and move on to the next series.
He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete. Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for week one, and one of our early window games here in week one on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record, but everyone's going to have to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between week one and week two. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.
So for New Orleans, it was a hard-fought game, and they'll exit